Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk Stream. Tonight we're talking about how lazy you are, how good for nothing, and how just you don't work for anything. That's what's wrong with you. You're just a lazy piece of shit. That's why you're poor. It's not those innocent, hardworking genius boomer fault. They're hardworking geniuses. How could you possibly blame them? You're just ungrateful. You're just lazy. Or are they filled with lead, completely blind to the current economics of the world? They don't give a shit about you. They never have. They've only given a shit about themselves. Always, always, always. That's why they destroyed the economy, filled it with foreigners. So they mow their lawns and keep it cheap, and they're all like, why won't my children get off their ass and like make something? Because it's impossible, you fucking stupid asshole. It's impossible. You made that impossible. You made sure that it was impossible by burning the ladder out behind you. You pull that shit right up. Good work. But they'll never accept that. They'll never accept any wrongdoing on their part. They've just been knowingly or unknowingly, it really doesn't matter, they're just the most selfish generation possible, and now they're angry at you for it. They're angry at you for what they did. Shocking, shocking, shocking. So tonight we're talking about why nobody wants to work. For peanuts. For nothing. For never having a home. Never having a car. Probably. Well, you can buy a car, but it's going to take you longer than... Cars are more expensive than their houses were. New cars today are more expensive than their houses were. Anyways, it's going to be ridiculous. So, thanks for coming to the show. Get comfy, get cozy. Grab yourself a nice bottle of rage juice. Tap into a beverage with me. Let's see how angry we get. Let's see how angry I get. It's a Sulk Stream. And that's what rage actually is, right? At its core, it is sadness. It's just general sadness. That's what rage is. If you're working, keep working. And if you are driving, please drive home safely. Get home safely. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk Stream. This is called Why Gen Z Doesn't Want to Work. Enjoy.
These workers, lined up in rows, placing nuts and bolts on wheels, were working 12 hours a day. 12 hours a day, standing in the same spot, repeating the same monotonous task. Who would...
And they do that for 3 months, and they bought a house.
Didn't lose their mind doing that. Well, it turns out a lot of them actually did. Before 1926, reports of Ford assembly line workers getting injured and, in the most severe cases, dying were not uncommon. Henry Ford needed a way to keep his workers productive without killing them. After all, dead people can't build cars. So that year, he introduced the 40-hour work week, an 8 hours a day, 5 days a week schedule designed to give his employees enough time to recover and keep their cognitive faculties on the job. For a century, the 40-hour work week has remained the norm in many developed countries across the globe, all based on the idea of a single CEO of a car manufacturing company. And even though technology has continued to make our work ever more efficient, we've only added more hours. To let the 40-hour work week persist in the present day is a recipe for angry workers, and for business owners, less profit. Yes, that's right.
Well, here's the thing. You're only really productive for a couple hours a day. Like, cavemen really only had to go out and hunt for food for like 2 hours a day. And then they came home and they just chilled for most of it. Northern populations had to build homes and houses and stuff, so they would work a little bit longer, but not 8 hours a day. That would be a ridiculous task. Not 8 hours a day every day for their entire lives. No way. And even modern boomers, like if you have like a boomer CEO, they'll only work a couple hours a day, and they'll scream up and down about how hard they work and how much better they are than you.
Right, not more profit, less. So why are we still following this outdated protocol? Why aren't we working 30 or even 20 hours a week like some economists predicted over a century ago? And what are the better alternatives we need to...
Well, I mean, like, right, because they were like, okay, people aren't going to need to work 8-hour days in the future. We're going to have all these machines. Productivity is going to go through the roof. And that's true, right? Everybody didn't need to work 8 hours a day. But like a few people need to work 8 hours a day and the rest of them stay unemployed. That's kind of how we went. That's how it went. It's not everyone shares a job and like you each get to work half an hour and then we can all get this done. No, like 5% of you, we really only need 2% of the 2% of human beings to run everything, to make sure everything gets done. 2% of human beings. That's really pretty much it. I'd be surprised if it was more, but yeah, if you want to eat, then you have to get a job. And so they start making up jobs. Politicians start making up jobs. Look how many jobs I created. Wow, I'm such a good president. Look how many jobs I created. I can create jobs for my wife all day long. I can go around spilling cereal on the floor and be like, clean it up. You need a job. That doesn't affect anything in a good way. That doesn't help anybody out, right? That's just causing problems like politicians kind of always have done.
Start establishing. The Industrial Revolution. The end of many ancient problems, but the start of just about every modern one. Around 1870, at the dawn of the Second Industrial Revolution, a new household standard was growing. One income, one homemaker. We've all heard the story before. The husband goes into the office for 8 hours while the wife stays home and cooks, cleans, and runs other necessary errands to keep everything running like a well-oiled machine. The 40-hour workweek was established during a time when this was the norm, but the world we live in today follows a much different standard. Among employed US adults aged 25 to 64 who are married, the total amount of paid work between both partners amounts to 83 hours. That leaves 12 hours.
So 44 to 39. Oh, why don't we get paid the same? We get paid less. Well, like, look, it says you work less. And the quality of your work is honestly lower. They don't put that out there. There's no metric for that. They can do the time. They can do that, but saying that the quality of your work is lower is going to be hard to quantify because people will complain. Obviously, women complain regardless, but it is worse work.
Per week for caregiving and only 7 hours for housework, which women still do the majority of. Now, common sense would tell you that this surge in paid work among married couples would result in an economy where everyone
Big B says, I can't remember the last time I worked 8 hours. My average day is 11.5 hours. Well, you're a truck driver, so that's different. I feel like that's different. I mean, like, that's a different nature of work. You're going to work, and surgeons, you know, sometimes surgeons have to work for like 20 hours straight on a surgery, and it's just, you know, that's the job. That is the job, right? But like people who clock in, go to the office at 9 a.m. and clock out at 5 p.m., most of their day, they're not doing shit. For like from 9 to 11 o'clock, that's their most productive part of the day. After lunch, shit doesn't get done. Maybe a little bit here and there, but really, they don't need to be there.
Has more than enough money to have their basic needs met. But that has been anything but the case. Families now contribute far more paid labor than the households the 40-hour workweek was originally designed around. Yet instead of translating into a ton of more leisure, much of the financial advantage of that second income has been offset by
goes to boomers,
rising costs in housing, childcare, healthcare, and education. This seems totally backwards. If we're producing more than ever before, and families are putting in more paid work than when the 40-hour work week was built around, shouldn't we have eventually gotten to the point where we needed to work less? Well, there was actually...
Well, yeah, right? So, if you need to work... Okay. Technology has gotten better. You're more productive in the 8 hours than 8 hours of the past, right? In 1950, a man came in and he produced 8 hours of work and he produced a certain value for that work. Today, somebody goes in and works for 8 hours and probably produces 10 times the value for their work that person in the 1950s did. You're not getting 10 houses. He got a house. You don't get any houses. If you work hard, very, very hard, you might get half a house. And your spouse has to afford the other half of the house. That's it. So where's all this productivity going? Where's all this money going? Where's all this science and technology going?
Actually, a time when the United States tried to make that happen. In 1933, Senator Hugo Black and Representative William Connery introduced the Black-Connery Bill, proposing a
You doing okay, Zax? You all right, dude?
mandated 30-hour work week to combat
Is that for real?
Great Depression-era unemployment. The Senate passed Black's 30-hour workweek bill 53-30 in a bipartisan vote. Supporters claimed it would create 6 million jobs. It was expected to
6 million.
pass the House, and Secretary of Labor Francis Perkins was publicly supportive. But business leaders were not. According to historian Benjamin Honeycutt in his book Work Without End, instead of looking at the increase in leisure as inevitable or as potentially
super good, it's okay. I'm sorry. So your wife left or girlfriend left? You said old lady. You said old lady. You all right? You all right, bud?
beneficial, they feared that if workers got a taste of a 30-hour work week, they would never want to go back and the law would become permanent. The wealthiest business owners
I don't know why that number keeps popping up. I really don't, baby.
held emergency meetings in Chicago and Philadelphia, and Perkins, who also
Renazed. Oh, how do you know?
supported a federal minimum wage, was
That dog.
flooded with messages of opposition. This eventually led to President Roosevelt changing his mind about the proposed bill, and support from others for the 30-hour work week collapsed. Roosevelt was more interested in building out a recovery plan using public works like dams, bridges, hospitals, and schools to supply employment, stabilize buying power, and help revive the economy. So what did he do? He basically said, hey guys, I know you don't want a federally mandated 30-hour work week, so let's compromise. That compromise eventually became the Fair
5 years. She's been around 5 years too long. So wait, was the entire relationship 5 years? Or was it just 5 years too long? Were there 5 good years and then the other 5 years were kind of stinky? Still, bro, 5 years. You okay? Are you good? Are you all right?
Labor Standards Act of 1938, which banned most child labor, established a federal minimum wage, and made 40 hours
Nobody's fucking Scampoli, all right? Let's, okay? Nobody's doing that.
the national benchmark.
All right.
Now here's what's really fascinating. 40 hours isn't even a scientifically optimal number. Research consistently shows that humans can maintain 3 to 4 hours of cognitive focus per day. After that, our cognitive faculties start getting progressively worse. So how did this arbitrary number stay unquestioned for so damn long? The answer has everything to do with what is called the leisure scare. Finding a job that actually respects your time and aligns with the impact.
I understand, yes. But like, yeah, no. I can't, yeah. I can't, like, Scampoli.
you want to make can feel daunting right now, whether it's ghost jobs or 50 plus.
Look, I'm not saying you guys need to be done. You do you. I'm not going to sit here and boss you around. Obviously, you know I don't have that ability. You guys do whatever you want in the chat. And I sit here and I get blamed for it. Apparently. Which is fine. I don't care.
Hours a week.
Do whatever.
It's as if these companies hate the idea of you.
As long as you guys are having a good time, I'm having a good time. That's the point. That's the game, right? Are you good, Zax? Are you good, bro? Do you want to talk about it?
having a life outside work. If you're someone who's
Oh, she's an RN. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ah, dude. That's terrible news. Nurses are sluts. Nurses are certified sluts. That is a fact. That's a hardcore fact. If I looked up a video about how nurses are sluts, I could do it right now.
struggling to make the advances you want in your career, then a professional career coach on today's sponsor, Strawberry.me, could help. Using a personalized quiz, Strawberry.me connects you with a professional coach that keeps you accountable towards reaching your career goals. This approach differs from a typical coach or therapist because of their role in the rise of modern capitalism. So rather than treating work as something to minimize, Protestant societies came to regard hard work as a virtue in itself. And when economists started to predict a future in which Americans could no longer exercise this virtue with as many hours in a day, business owners and political scientists started to panic. Most famously, in 1930, British economist John Maynard Keynes gave a lecture in Madrid about the future of work. John Keynes believed that by 2030, humanity's greatest challenge would no longer be producing enough wealth, but figuring out how to spend an abundance of free time. Man, if only. Assuming governments avoided major policy failures, he predicted that living standards in the West would rise to at least 4 times their 1930 level within a century. With technological progress driving extraordinary gains in productivity, Keynes expected the average person to need only about 15 hours of work.
All right, maybe this is something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is something. Maybe this is something on the topic that I wanted to.
Oh, you're gonna die.
Okay. Whoa.
Hello, everybody. I've returned. The kingdom can be.
I can tell you're a ravenous, cock-hungry whore. Excuse me. So continue, please.
Restored, finally, as it's meant to be.
You can tell she's because she's ugly, right? Sluts tend to be ugly. They do. They tend to be ugly, and that's why they're sluts, because they're craving attention. They're craving attention. They want male attention, and the only real way. The same with the fat chicks, right? Fat chicks are all promiscuous. They're all whores because they're easy. Because all they want is, attention and cheesecake. And you give her attention and cheesecake, oh my God. Oh my God, you're in. But do you want to be in? Is that where you want to be? No, of course not.
I'm back.
Zach says I'd hit it for sure. Yeah, I can tell. I'm not saying I would, but yes, you probably. I know the people who populate my chat. I've seen the things you say. You guys don't think I sit here and read every single comment that rolls past this fucking. Yeah, I read them all. Some of them are disgusting. Most of them are disgusting. A lot of them are pretty fucking rude. There's a few nice ones. There's a few compliments here and there.
Sorry.
It's not all sour. You guys can be sweet sometimes.
I'm just gonna get right to the point. I'm not gonna.
This bitch loves drowning in cum.
Ramble. Yeah, I probably am gonna ramble.
She gargles that shit afterwards.
But like.
Wait, hold on. I can gargle. Gulp. That's how she does it.
We might as well start off on the top.
I'd be like, will you? It's a wedding ring.
That I was planning on talking.
Women don't understand that swallowing is a big deal for men. I know women like to spit. I understand. That's not. I mean, like, it'd be a lot better if you didn't. But like, whatever. At that point, we're just tired, so it doesn't really matter. But it'd be just a much larger compliment if you swallowed, right? And if you gargled and then swallowed and then let out a little belch, like a cute little belch, oh my God, 5 stars, 5 stars. I would review your ass on Angie's List, and I would you'd get more customers.
About which is a story from my
Renee says spitters are quitters. Exactly.
Slut days, and I know that most of you think I'm a slut right now.
Yeah, me. I think you're a slut.
Well, you'd be wrong. I'm a.
Would I though? Just because you haven't had sex with several men doesn't not make you a slut. You could still be an attention whore, right? You could still be an attention whore. You could still be a slut. Yeah.
Former slut. I was a slut, and then.
Oh, were you? Were you? Oh, it's okay, guys. I was a slut. It's all in the past. I found Jesus. I'm better now. Do you think that means fucking anything? That doesn't mean shit. You Once you are a slut, you are branded a slut for a reason, because you are a slut from henceforth. All right, it is a scarlet letter of slut. S. It's the Zorro Z. You will be a slut forever. It's not like, oh, I was a slut. No. 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 You are a slut for the rest of your life. If you ever went through a hoe phase or anything like that, you are a hoe for the rest of your life. You are a slut for your entire existence. It doesn't go away. It's like herpes, which you probably also have because you were a slut. Come on. What gives you this idea that it goes away like bad credit? Oh, it's after 7 years, my slut record is cleared. No, it's not. You're stupid to think that. Why would you think that? What a retarded thing. You know, Riley Reid is out there campaigning to get her videos erased from the internet. Stupid slut. Because she doesn't want her son to see her in her past getting fucking railed by a team of black dudes. Too bad. He's going to see that shit before he hits middle school. I guarantee it. There's going to be a bully kid who has unrestricted access to a phone, and it's going to be like, he's going to do a little digging and be like, yo, is this your mom? I just pray, God. Let's put it, and then it's going to scar him for life. There's nothing you can do except for not be a slut in the first place. So, that'll never happen. And you are always a slut for the rest of time. Are we clear? All right, moving on.
And I discovered God. And by God, I mean 3D animated monster porn. I meet this dude on Tinder or something, and then we go to this bar, and it's pretty chill, low key. He seems nice enough. I don't know, whatever. I had pretty low standards, so he.
I don't think you're a nurse, but this is the video I found, so we're rolling with it. And I can't believe she said she's a former slut, but let's hear her out. By the way, this is called Choke Pear, a story from my slut days. Metal Sucks. I guess her name is Metal Sucks. From my slut days, the days when back in yonder time, back in my day, I used to let anybody have a crack at it. Okay, Grandma, you didn't have to tell us that. You don't have to keep telling us that. Just bake the goddamn cookies. All right? Your old granny used to be able to throw it back. Grandma, stop! Oh my God, for the love of God, please. No, she's proud. Oh, that was the day.
Takes me to this very, think of the most hipster party you could possibly imagine. And I've never.
Okay, so it's playing Sanford and Son. Everyone has one of those hats. It's like a fedora. I think it's like a white fedora. Everyone's wearing a white fedora. There's too many scarves. A lot of people have fake glasses, and not like today where people are wearing Meta glasses or anything. No, they're just simply wearing fake glasses just for the look of it. You do you. I want to say Exposed Brick is going to be involved in some manner, but I don't know how. One of those parties? Oh, everybody's insufferable. That's what I was missing. Everyone is absolutely insufferable.
I've never been to a party like this before. It seemed like a warehouse. I don't really know what it was. Maybe people lived there. Different rooms for different things. There was a room where people.
Yeah, I have different rooms for different things too. That's why you have different rooms. What are you talking? My kitchen is not connected to my bathroom. It's not we put the toilet next to the oven. Because, I've never designed a house in my entire life. And I thought that would be efficient, right? I'm taking a dump. I'm watching the crust rise. or whatever it is I do. Baking cookies. Getting a blunkin from your grandma as she bakes me those cookies. I get to watch them, and oh my God.
Or just drinking wine. There was like a room like with people painting.
And here's the cup that she puts her teeth in as I get my blunkin in the kitchen.
Painting, like people were painting everywhere. There was just candles.
What do you want me to do? Take a poop in the garbage disposal? Hold on. That's a good idea.
A mic.
What am I using a toilet for anyway? I got a little hose thing right here. I can just spray it off. Toss it on the fucking garbage disposal. Shit starts flying everywhere. Oh my God.
Microphone set up. People were just like saying shit in the mic. I
hate doing this show. I hate doing this show. Because a lot of the stuff I say, I mean, it happens in my head anyway, but I would just keep it to myself. I've learned. It wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that. I used to just keep this shit to myself.
I don't know what people were supposed to be using that mic for, but I definitely got drunk enough to use it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
To sing happy birthday to someone. I'm not sure what exactly.
Zach says, how did this conversation devolve so? What conversation? Oh yeah. Your wife left you. She's a nurse. Nurses are sluts. I searched for nurses or sluts, found this slut who is not a nurse, talked about pooping in the garbage disposal. Is everyone caught up? Okay. Can somebody keep the minutes of our meeting? You know, can I have a little stenographer? Does anyone want to be the cult stenographer? I would appreciate that if we could do that. If we could have somebody be like, okay, this is what happened last week. It's a clusterfuck. Somehow we just jumped all the way from zebras dancing to pooping in a blender. So there's it's similar. It's similar. I don't know how we got on that, but we're here. Oh, that's right. Yikes Stripes gum started it. That's what the problem was.
But I was definitely up there talking to everybody. I think
it's a madhouse. This show I run is a madhouse. It is just, it's clinical ADD.
By the time we got to this party, I was completely just ignoring my date.
Renee says, is this a paid position? What do you think, Renee? Do you think I would pay you? No, it's not a paid position.
We're all off. I was when I drink, I just go around talking to everybody and just being fucking annoying. Like I'm doing to you guys right now. I didn't know anybody here. It's a crazy.
How about, well, let's see what I made in the first 30 minutes of my show. Nothing. So no, I'm not going to pay you.
It's a party.
So
I told you this. I told you it's a party. And then so at one
there you go.
point, this woman comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, did you come with that guy?" I honestly,
I'm sorry. Is she rocking dreads? Is she rocking dreadlocks? Ugh. Look, she doesn't look that bad in this particular camera angle. I don't know. I don't trust cameras a lot. I don't know what's going on with the filters. Filters are crazy these days. I think dreadlocks are gross. Some chicks that are cute already can pull them off, but that's just because they're already cute, right? They can do a lot of things and they're still going to be pretty. But if it was on anybody else, it would be disgusting. And it's still disgusting on you. Don't let your hair just fucking do that. I know it's not natural. You actually have to put work into it. But bugs get inside it and lay eggs and poop and shit.
Could not even tell you his name because I don't remember it. She's like, "There's something I have to tell you about him." And my mind is racing. There's so many possibilities of what she could tell me. Is he dangerous? Is he going to kill me? But then just as she's about to...
Oh, that turns her on, dude. You know she's into that. She's all like, I might get killed tonight. This is why women get murdered so often. Right? It's it's not a coincidence that whenever you hear about a serial killer, it's like, oh, 16 prostitutes or like young college girls got murdered by this guy. And I guarantee you, the last 5 to 10 minutes of their life, they're like, is he going to murder me? Oh my God, that's hot. That's hot. Women, you're crazy, dude. You're out of... No self-preservation. No self-preservation whatsoever. Oh, why can't women walk down the street at night and stuff like that? Why can't we be safe? Oh, let's ship in millions of Africans. That's a great idea. Come on, shut up. Just...
Tell me, someone calls her over and was like, hey, can you come here for something? And she's like, yeah, I'll be right back.
They're objectively dirty as fuck, though, but some chicks can rock them. Dreadlocks. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. They are objectively gross. Some women can pull them off, but that's only because they're pretty. Some women can pull off a shaved head, but they have to be extremely pretty in the face. And you know what would look even better is not shaving your goddamn fucking head. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's that you're very pretty. That's the thing. That's how you can rock them. You can rock anything if you're pretty. You can wake up and then just walk out the door and shit like that and like be on your period and not even wear a pad, just soaking through your white shorts. And then people would be like, yeah, she looks good. Yeah, because you're pretty naturally. You didn't have to put in any effort at all. You have your life laid out before you. There's nothing you have to do. You're good, bitch. Congrats.
But I never see this woman again. So he probably killed her is what I assume. I'm pretty sure I blacked out somewhere mid-party.
That's my girl. That's my girl. You know what? She's growing on me. She's absolutely growing on me. And probably a few other things are growing on her too. So I'm not going to touch her. But like, we can party. We can go to some dingy ass dive bar and slam shots. I'm down. Let's hang.
I as I usually do. As I used to. Honestly, I do not drink.
Renee says disagree. Well, say more than disagree. Lay it out for me.
Like this anymore. I can literally only handle 3 drinks, and on the 4th drink, I will puke. Like, I can't even...
That's not me. Okay, here's what I do. I haven't started drinking until I've had my 4th drink. When I've had my 4th drink, then I've started drinking. The rest of the time, I've just been standing there waiting for the drinks to actually hit my system. When I've had my 4th drink, then we're starting to roll. Then we're starting to rev this engine up. Okay. You can't even stand. You have your 4th drink. You're going to throw up. Really? 4? That's it? 4. In an hour? It's nothing.
Feel drunk anymore because I feel sick before I even get to that drunk point. Which is honestly good for me because I've done a lot of...
You know how many drinks I've had on this show, on this 2-hour program? Definitely more than 4. Definitely more than 4. Easily knocked it out of the park.
Terrible, terrible things as an inebriated, intoxicated person.
You just have to carry this one home? Yeah. Anybody can do it. It's just like... It's kind of like a yard sale. Right? She's gonna black out on somebody's front yard, and then whoever wants her takes her. Whatever.
So let's not do that anymore. Another thing is
she should have a fucking shirt that says on the back "Free to a good home." But it really doesn't have to be a good home.
When I would get really drunk and pass out.
Just so when she blacks out face first in a puddle of mud, then somebody can pick her up and make sure she's still breathing. And then take her home as a reward.
I used to piss myself. So you...
Hot! It's fucking hot!
You can tell where this story is going. I've pissed in my own bed multiple times. I've pissed in other people's beds. I've pissed on my roommate's couch at least a few times, which is why I don't have roommates anymore. We go back to his...
I stand by my what I said earlier, as I would fucking party with this chick. I mean, she seems fucking... we'd be doing more than 4. I would. If you're down by 4, then it's just like, okay, well, it's nice meeting you. But then I would continue drinking for another few hours, and then I would go home. And then she'd be dragged off by some gremlin. I don't know. I'm not doing anything about it. I'm like, she's not my responsibility. You see the shirt? It says free to a good home. Do you have a good home? Good. Take. Whatever. I don't care. I feel like you would have to last a little bit longer. But you pissing yourself as you're being dragged out by like a group of Puerto Ricans. I would laugh as I took a shot. That's what I would have a gun out too. I would have a gun, not to threaten anybody, just that's what makes me feel powerful. And I'd be taking a shot of whatever happens to be there. I don't know, somebody else's drink most likely. And I'd be laughing with some sort of cigar in my mouth. In my head. That's what I would be doing. If everything aligned, that's exactly what I would be doing. It would be a great, super fun, storytelling kind of night.
His place, and I'm blacked out, so I don't actually know where his place is. Like, I don't know how I got there.
I remember I was at a party one time with a bunch of friends and stuff, and we were young kids. We were fucking, like, I don't know, 16 or something, and we all like fell asleep there because it was like way up in the mountains, and everybody woke up in the middle of the night to a friend of ours. We were all friends. There was like 10 of us. It wasn't huge. Pissing on everyone's purses. Like all the girls put their purses on like one chair. And like homeboy got up fucking smashed, right? And just starts pissing all over the girls' purses. It was fucking hilarious, dude. It was the funniest shit. He was mortified, but I laughed very loud.
I don't know which area of town it is at all. I wake up.
It was, I mean, like, I get it, but it was funny.
Passed out on the bathroom floor, surrounded in many of my own fluids, including piss and puke. Those were the two main fluids. And
Gulag says 4 drinks ain't drinking. And 4 drinks is brunch. 4 drinks ain't drinking. 8 drinks, you're drinking. I mean, what? Like I said, after the 4th drink, now I'm drinking. All right, 5th drink, I'm good. I'm starting to have a lot of fun. 6th drink, 7th drink, 8th drink. Okay, by 8 to 12, I'm starting to get pretty blackout drunk. Usually around that time, I pull the parachute, and I'm like, okay, I'm going home. And I stand up and I just make my way home. I don't care. I'm going home. The people are all like, "Oh no, come on, man. We're gonna go to this other bar." I'm like, "No. I'm going home. Right now. I don't care how I got here. I know how I'm leaving. And then I will make my way home, regardless of what happens." That's just it. I've had it. I'm done. I'm leaving. How long that takes, it really depends.
And the puke was not so fluidity. It was a little more chunky. It was on the chunky side. Maybe there were snacks at the party. I don't remember. I'm like hugging the toilet, like the base of the toilet. And my purse, actually. I have my purse with me.
I don't get like that. I don't get like that. Because I don't get like that. I've never gotten so fucking blackout shithouse hammered where I'm like hugging the toilet. No, I've never done that. I get really drunk. I just don't do that.
And I'm also like holding that, and there's piss and puke in the purse. I've had piss.
I can only get so turned on. All right. So continue.
Piss in my purse at another time. Once my ex was like peeing in an alleyway, and I shelter him, make sure no one can see the dick. And then he just like turned to me and like pissed in my purse straight up. But I guess it was like getting me back for pissing in his bed. So it makes sense.
It's pretty funny. Here, you carry that now. You carry that around with you. It's just a purse filled with piss.
I wake up like that. And then I go out and wake up and he's in his bed. He seemed like totally fine with all my piss and puke. Like, so many people are just fine with it, which I don't understand. Like, I should be reprimanded. Like, ew, what the fuck? You're a gross bitch. Like, never come here again. Like, I'd
hit her. That's what she wants.
Rather that happen than people be like, oh, it's okay, come here, let's fuck. And I'm like, dude, like, I literally just pissed and puked myself. Can you?
She's like, hit me. All right, but then can I do that?
Do not try to like stick your dick in me right now. This is not the time. I'm going to puke in your face. He lent me this this long hippie tie.
Okay, fine. Then you can be on your back then. So if you puke, you suffocate. And then you're just like struggling. So I don't have to choke you. Makes my job easier.
Tie skirt.
Is this getting too much? Is it getting to a point where it's too much, guys? Because I got a lot more runway before this plane takes off. I got a lot more. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse for everybody here, including me.
It's very colorful. Not something I would wear necessarily. And then he's like, oh, and I have this sweater I can lend you, but it's my only sweater. So please
don't piss on it. But she did.
Please bring it back. Oh, by the way, this is also the story about one of my biggest regrets. I know it doesn't seem like much, but I'm actually genuinely like...
Her biggest regret was her third abortion because it was the white one.
I feel very guilty about this. So I wore the sweater and the skirt. Like, I was trying to put them on his bed, and he was like touching me, and I'm like...
Renee says, John, have you met us? No, and I don't want to.
Dude.
I don't want to meet you guys. Look, in all fairness, it would be fun. It would be interesting if we had like a cult get together where we all showed up at some pirate bar in Florida. But I know I probably wouldn't survive the night because I would be beaten to death with high fives and free shots of liquor, which would be pretty sweet. It's a good way to go. But I'm not, you know, a lot of you have warrants and shit. So
stop, like, go away. I'm gonna go now. Like, I need to leave. I leave his place. I have no idea where I am. Turns out I have to walk like...
Pete Wiener just said, I'd kill you. Is that a joke? Is that like your attempt at humor, or like, should I, it's not. Oh.
Fucking half an hour to get to a metro. A metro is a subway. That's what we call them here in Montreal. Because we're French. I'm pretty sure my phone was dead, so I was just walking in the bright.
I know people say a lot of things about the French, but the women in France, a lot of them are pretty cute. A lot of French chicks I've seen are pretty hot. Just saying. It is what it is. It is what it is. Call them stinky or whatever you want. Whatever you want. A lot of them are pretty cute.
Sunlight, picking puke out of my hair, which is actually fun. Like, I don't know why. I like picking things, so it was fun to have like crusty puke in my hair. Stop.
What the fuck?
Me holding a bag, like a garbage bag full of my pissed on, puked on clothes. It was a pretty disgusting walk of shame. Like one of the most shameful walks I've had. Long story short, I block him because I don't want to see him again ever, to give him his sweater back. I felt bad about it. But...
Renee says, girl, what? She's just like picky. She likes pick, like she loves scabs, right? She doesn't wipe fully because later on in the day, you know, it crusts, you know, like magic shell, you know, the chocolate sauce, and she gets to pick at it, and you know, she's like picking at things. She goes from butt to nose. She nasty like that.
But I really, really did not want to see him again because I was extremely...
Yeah, her dreads are disgusting. Now you know how actually disgusting, because she can't clean that shit. She can't clean puke and maybe piss, but puke completely out of dreadlocks is not a possibility. There is a piece of corn, microscopic as it may be, in those bad boys, and there's some lice that are feasting. Or some other bugs. It doesn't really matter. There's like bed bugs in her fucking dreads. She got bed bugs in her dreads.
Embarrassed, and I still thought he might be a serial killer or something. So I ended up selling the sweater and the skirt because I needed...
This is a disgusting episode so far. We're 48 minutes in, right? And this has been... this is already starting to shape up as one of the grosser episodes of the Sulk Stream. We've had some doozies in my time on this show. We have had some doozies, but this chick is taking the cake. And it's really not all her. It's like us imagining the things that we imagine. And that really speaks a lot to us and our problems. So feel bad about yourselves. I know you do. I know you do, because you watch something called the Sulk Stream, you fucking retards. I know you feel bad about your decisions. This being one of them.
To support my ex-boyfriend, and I was, unemployed because my stupid video game testing job was not giving me hours. So I had to sell...
Video game testing job? Okay, fine, whatever. I mean, like, it's a job. It doesn't pay well. It doesn't pay anything, really. A video game testing job doesn't pay dick, dude. But you get to play games and stuff like that and shit. Oh, sweet. And yeah, surprise, surprise, it doesn't pay you dick. And you're flooded with dick as it is, so...
A bunch of shit to support him, okay? You gonna blame a girl for having to sell some random...
Renee, I'm going to recite what you said in the chat, and I'm confused why you think this. If cum is piss, then squirt is actually cum and not piss. Well, cum is not piss. Cum is cum. And squirt is indeed piss. Because chicks don't cum. I've never made a chick come.
Guy's favorite sweater to send money to her new boyfriend? No, don't blame me. Pay me. I feel bad, but moral of the story is... Honestly... You figure it out. Okay. Hey, so want to see a record?
Cum is not... No. Gary Americano is saying when girls squirt, it's piss and not cum. Jesus Christ. I hate this show. I hate the show I do. God, I don't know. But, like, what could girls be coming? That's not... Like, what substance do they excrete when they climax? What is that? I don't get like when, like, do you get shot with a face full of caviar? No, everything stays up in there. That's where the business happens. Nothing useful is coming out of there. It's not cum.
I know that's the only reason you watch these. Here we have another fucking atmosphere.
Vaginal fluids is piss, Dan Snot. That's piss. Chicks are filled with it. They can't keep it in. They just... all over the place, which is why they shouldn't be in the workplace. Honestly, they shouldn't be in the workplace. No, it just covers everything in piss, and it's gross. I don't get women astronauts, too. You want your entire spaceship to smell like piss? Why? Why? And, like, don't you... If I were going to space, the one reason I would be going to space is to experience the utter silence that the Black Void has to offer. If I'm bringing a fucking chick along, what is the point? What man would not go to space to bring his fucking girlfriend? That's stupid. That's dumb. No, she gonna piss all over the controls.
Black metal album.
Shit'll start sparking, and you have to call Houston. You have a problem. You brought a what on board?
Because my taste is very specific. And especially at the time that I was collecting all of these records, I was literally like only listening to black metal, specifically atmospheric black metal, but I do have some other stuff.
God, she's gross. She's gross, dude. She ain't bad. She ain't bad looking. She doesn't look that ugly in these current shots. So, but she's gross.
Is one of my all-time favorite albums. The disc might be blue, but this record is fucking gold. Look at this. It's like...
Why did she get, why did this get 513,000 views? This video should be played at your wedding. Oh my God. You can smell the chlamydia through the screen on this video. Okay. Okay. We're all dumber for having watched this. Yeah. It used to be once a 304, which is a hoe. Always a 304, which is a hoe. Dad must be proud. Dad's not aware or alive, probably. Well, he might be alive, but he's gone. Her parents must be proud. What a wholesome story. With a whole. It is pun work. They're doing pun work. She speaks as if she's actually proud of these vile exploits, and she is, because women are shameless by nature. What a self-respecting woman. Her father must be so proud. Yeah. So good.
See through.
Good comments. Good.
One of my most listened to albums.
And then I'm like, man, I wonder if my parents watch my show. And if they did, I understand why they don't talk to me. I get that. Like, okay, fine. I get it. I get it. Like, I'm the leader of this fucking crew right here. They see the shit you say. Maybe, probably not. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, they could.
The sleeve is basic. So
Dad might be trans, yeah.
Luster, Night Spirit. Oh God, just listen to all the Luster albums.
No, I won't. I won't take any advice from someone like you.
It actually pairs really well with the 3D monster porn that I...
Okay, so she's watching 3D monster porn, flicking the bean to atmospheric metal in a fucking blacklight lit felt poster bedroom that smells like piss, and she has no cats. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like she would be an absolute dumpster fire of a personality. Like this close to an animal.
Previously mentioned. Everybody do me a favor and go to a random hipster party tonight and puke on a stranger's bathroom floor. And listen to Luster. Luster, Night Spirit. Listen.
No. Anyways, we went there. I don't know how I dragged this one out of the gutter, but we were talking about, I can't go back to talking about economics. I can't do that. Can I do that? Is that something I can do? All right, I can't breakneck like that. Let's talk about King Cobra.
King Cobra J.
Rest in whatever. What was wrong with King Cobra? Like, he had some sort of deformity, right?
FS is an internet legend you've likely seen on...
TW says, I need hipster vomit girl. I know you do. I know you do, bud. I get it. I get it.
YouTube before, but don't know his whole story.
King Cobra JFS here, back at it with another video.
King Cobra JFS is an internet eccentric that has been posting videos online for over a decade at this point. A simple Google search of his name will show you images of a grimy man in his apartment, likely to leave you with more questions than answers. Join me today as I tell you the story of Joshua Saunders, better known as his internet handle King Cobra JFS, or Cobes for short. He is a self-proclaimed gothic bad boy with a multitude of talents that includes cooking.
Okay, look at that. Bacon, cheeseburger with pork brains and bugs.
Ventriloquism.
Silent fart. Oh, God damn it, Sean, what the hell did you eat?
And even playing the guitar.
I'm so good at guitar, it's a wonder I'm not swimming in pussy right now. I'm just saying.
He's a self-proclaimed autistic wizard that lives life by his own set of rules. This is the story of YouTube's gothic bad boy, King Cobra JFS. I'd like to start this story by prefacing much of King Cobra JFS's early life is unknown.
Economics of 3D monster porn, maybe? I bet that would be an interesting video, though. I mean, what could I possibly talk about? I literally do not have an example. I have what could I possibly talk about? Okay, yes, 90% of the income comes from people that also frequent Reddit. Who's surprised? Who's shocked here? Nobody.
But there is enough information out there to put together a
Styx, Hex, and Hammer has basically became this. I thought this was Styx, Hex, and Hammer. Oh.
cohesive narrative about his
Styx, Hex, and Hammer looks exactly like this. Styx looks exactly like this.
beginnings. Cobra's real name is Joshua Saunders, and he was born on March 26, 1991.
Gary says, glad he's dead, rotten hell nasty ass. Whoa! Whoa, dude! Why? Am I gonna learn something about him? I don't know jack shit about this guy. Because I am better than that. I'm better than that. I am better than learning about this person. I don't know. No.
To Clint and Laura Saunders. Josh would face his first challenge in life almost immediately. You see, he was born with respiratory distress syndrome, underdeveloped lungs, and had to be placed in an incubator to keep him alive. Thankfully, he would survive and become the gothic bad boy we all know today.
But he didn't live long. He only lived like 30 years.
Growing up wasn't easy for Josh either. Shortly after,
Weird looking baby. I mean, he's a kid, but yeah. He's got a weird looking dad.
after he was born, his parents would go through an ugly divorce, and his father Clint would engage in a long custody battle to ensure he gained full custody of Josh. In his youth, going to school, it is alleged he was bullied relentlessly and eventually placed in special needs classes to help him learn. At some point, Josh would be diagnosed with Asperger's, and the other kids would continue to bully him for these reasons. By the
All right.
time Josh made it to high school,
Checks out. Makes sense.
he showed many signs of becoming the eccentric
That's a cool shirt because you can like, you play guitar on your own shirt. That's a cool shirt.
man we see on camera today. During his time in high school, Josh was an outcast among his peers due to his odd behaviors and eccentric looks. Despite this, Josh would make friends with other strange characters in school with
I would say his odd looks and eccentric behaviors.
similar interests like practicing magic and smoking cigarettes. Josh would even
pretty
become
cool.
the leader of his own religious cult amongst his friends. The followers of this cult would be called Cobra Demons, and there was even a biblical-style war between Cobra Demons and Cobra Angels. And while this sounds like one big made-up joke, I can promise you I'm being totally serious.
Do we have any ops? Does the Sulk Stream have any ops? No, I don't think we do. I don't think we do that around here. Because that shit's gay. I mean, like, why would my cult, I speak for the cult. Why would my cult give a shit? Why would we give a shit enough to actually, like, put effort into battling someone? Why would we give a shit? That's not what we do. We fucking sit in the corner and fucking sucks.
Josh went as far
That's what we do. That's my style of cult. We're not going to any holy wars. No, we're just fucking sulking in a corner and shit. It actually sounds like a pretty gay cult. Checks out. Checks out, gang.
As making a symbol for this religion, which ended up looking like a combination of the cool S we all drew back in elementary school and the Gucci logo. He even ended up tattooing this horrible design on his body.
Now I'm going to try to explain the meaning of my symbol to you. I'm going to explain it, and I also got the symbol tattooed on my arm. Okay.
Great.
Now, back when I was in junior high, I made the symbol.
You're not in junior high?
The mythical creatures it represents: cobra demons and cobra angels. Okay?
He's got one of his eyes that does. By the way, I don't need to wear glasses. My eyes fucking focus fine. They're straight. So I wear them for a reason, though, because it's like weird having my eyes dart around on camera.
Well, demons are like wizards. It's the male form of this.
I look at a lot of different things. It's,
mythical creatures and angels.
Animal monster porn and new metal aura albums.
The female version.
Yes, that is a very, very young Cobes we're looking at. Josh started posting videos to YouTube back in 2011 on an account named Gothic King Cobra.
I thought, where you been? What are you doing these days?
52. Here he can be seen in his parents' basement ranting
to look douchey. Yeah, I'm the one, knob. I'm the one.
About a multitude of topics like being goth, playing the guitar, and
I'm the one who looks like a fucking douche here.
Even dealing with trolls. Yes, even 13 years ago, Cobes was fighting with
Knobstock has zero self-awareness. Like, it is impressive how like completely unaware of his own antics that he is. It's amazing.
With trolls in his comment section.
This isn't giving the trolls attention because I'm not reading their names, I'm just reading the comments, You
just been working a lot. I thought, okay, all right.
Go to my inbox here.
That sucks.
A comment on my video, the mainstream. This is so close to the goths in South Park, it's fucking creepy. You have no idea, dude. No. Fuck you. I'm a South Park goth, dude. Whatever.
It's crazy how nothing has really changed in this man's life except the amount of hair on his head in the last...
Knobstock, did you hear what I fucking said? I wear these for a reason, and a lot of other people that on camera do it as well. All right? There is a reason it is done. It's because it makes people uncomfortable when your eyes are constantly darting back and forth, and I have a lot of things to look at on this fucking gigantic display I have in front of me. You don't see it because you don't do anything useful in life.
Decade. We would also be introduced to Sean all the way back then.
And I am including your children.
Sean is a ventriloquist puppet Cobra was given when he was a child and mostly uses as a type of therapy outlet. You see, Cobra will use Sean to say things he maybe isn't so comfortable saying himself.
His name is Sean. He's a string pull dummy. I could take this guy to a website and have him upgrade to a standard upgrade where his head and moves the stick and whatnot, but until then, I'm pulling the string in your neck. Fuck you, asshole.
So is this guy insane?
I dare you trolls to comment on me, huh? What you gonna do?
You literally work at a Fortune 50 company. Okay, great. You work at Apple as the guy who fucking cleans the glass at the front of the store. Congratulations.
Now, what do you mean?
Congratulations, dude. I would say you're an Apple genius, but you need some technical ability to do that.
Oh, the trolls? Yeah, let's see how shitty I am. Let's see them in the comments. I dare them.
Josh would receive his first ban on YouTube during this time in his life. This would come after he decided it would be a great idea to flash his genitals on camera in a video to own his growing number of online trolls.
Okay, Knobstock, then prove it to me. Donate $500 right now.
He would subsequently receive a 2-week ban for this. While the Gothic King Cobra 52 channel was banned,
you won't, because you're lying. You're obviously a liar, dude. Everybody knows you're a liar. Now shut up.
Create a new one with the name Peach Monster 666, in which he cosplayed as a King Cobra JFS troll in order to infiltrate the trolling groups and bring them down from the inside. And this went about as well as you could imagine.
Peach Monster 666 is back from beyond the grave, here to troll you, Gothic King Cobra. Yes.
Why do you come here then, Knob? If I'm such a dick to you, why do you show up night after night? You watch both of my shows every night, every day and night. Why are you here? Because you got nowhere else to be, dude. That's why I let you back in, because I feel bad for you. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
You're so pathetic. You think you can play guitar. The truth is, you suck.
Cobra would only post 2 videos on his Peach Monster channel, and eventually the
When it says he's naming it John so he can ride it hard as fuck. Yeah, I get it. Because he's gay. Because he fantasizes. He thinks about... You understand how much Knobs thinks about me? A lot. Like, the majority of his time, he must be thinking about me. Tell me I'm wrong, Knob. Tell me I'm wrong.
ban on his original account would be released, in which he would go back to posting over there. While Josh was living in his dad's basement and posting YouTube videos, he would enroll in the Job Corps. The Job Corps is the largest nationwide...
Look, Daywave is not my show. You're right. I could still get rid of you forever, and no one would care. Trust me. No one would care.
residential career training program in the country. The program helps eligible young...
Nobody would blink. You'd be gone forever, and nobody would give a shit. I legitimately am not going to do that just because I do honestly feel bad for you. I feel like this is a large part of your life. And like, this is where you derive a lot of your joy, which makes me feel sad. It really makes me feel bad for you. But could you do us all a favor and maybe just shut the fuck up a little bit more than you typically do? And if I'm such a dick to you, again, why don't you show up to the show that I do? There's millions of other streamers out there. Better ones. Go bother them.
People ages 16 to 24 complete their high school education, trains them for meaningful careers, and assists them with obtaining employment. So to summarize, Josh was going to a year-long job training school to gain employment. It was during this time he would meet his first girlfriend Stephanie, and he would even lose his virginity to her in the bathroom. While this may sound like Josh was starting to get his life together, he would end up getting kicked out of the program when he was caught smoking weed on campus and was forced to move back home to his dad's basement.
Right on.
From here, he would start working a variety of different fast food jobs like McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Wendy's. One extremely funny...
I don't do lolcows. I don't do lolcows. I don't do that. I don't do lolcows. But I have other things. What do I have? Pokemon card investing?
I want to show you something crazy.
I don't do lolcows. I don't give a shit about lolcows. That's not my vein.
According to this chart, Pokemon cards have seen a 3,200% return since 2004. But the S&P 500 only returned 438% in the same period. But the reason for this might surprise you. You see,
Knobs Dog, if I'm in the background while you go about your daily activities, you are wildly irresponsible. And you're constantly commenting, so you must not be doing much. How do you have so much time like that?
see, prices didn't go up just because
like,
more people fell in love with the game. And we can't actually blame it all on influencers either. So what really caused the explosion
Will you guys buy my Pokemon cards? I don't have Pokemon cards. I've never dealt with Pokemon cards. I've never played Pokemon. Never really watched Pokemon. Never did any of that shit.
Pokemon and other collectibles. And why does investing in everything but the stock market feel like the fastest way to profit today?
And I'm about to spend 260.
Yeah, King Cobra's dead. King Cobra died at like the age of 32, I believe. I think he drank himself to death, which is not that surprising. And we all kind of saw that coming. And it's sad. I think his dad was real sad about it, which sucks. It's a bummer.
$1 on a Pokemon card. To you, these might seem like a random bunch of flowers, but really, these tulips can teach us more about economics than any book. Tulips.
But Knob, you're telling me I'm the only streamer on right now in the 8 to 10 time slot, Eastern Standard Time. I'm the only guy. I'm the only one. No, that's not it. You got a crush on me, you little homo. You know you do. Everybody here knows. You want to hit it. I mean, like, as the bottom.
First arrived in Europe in the late...
Because what, you weigh like 150 pounds. You're an adult male that weighs 150 pounds. That's what a gymnast weighs.
1500s,
a girl
and they
gymnast
quickly became a luxury good. By 1633,
it's a ridiculous thing for a man to
single
weigh.
rare bulb was worth more than an entire house on the most luxurious canal in Amsterdam. But
if you were on a cheerleading squad, you would be the flyer. Do you understand that term?
Why? You see, tulips are unique in the fact that they start out as bulbs. So instead of just buying flowers to enjoy them, you could now buy the bulbs, store them as the prices went up, and then sell them at a higher price later on. But this all relies on the steady increase in price. Which brings me to this chart. When tulips were first introduced, they were practically worthless. But as time went...
Big B says, the only streamer that's good, there's another gay compliment. See, sometimes you guys are sweet. Like most of the time, you guys are like, you really lower my faith in humanity. Sometimes you guys are like, oh, that's pretty nice. That's a nice thing to say. You don't have to say that. I appreciate it, Big B.
Went on and they kept importing them from the Ottoman Empire. They became a luxury item. And as
I don't mind compliments. If I'm not getting donos, I'll take compliments all day. I'd prefer donos, but compliments are okay.
Their price began to increase. It wasn't just professional growers buying and selling the tulips anymore. Additionally, middle class and poor Dutch families started piling their money into these tulips, thinking it was their opportunity to make a quick profit. Some of these families took out loans against their house, their business, their estate, all to buy.
Okay, I'm going to read Knob's comment. He says, Big B, he's fun to watch and interact with when he's not going out of his way to be mean for no reason. I'm going out of my way. I'm stopping my show to be mean to Knob for no reason. Jess, honey, Jessica, I'm going to pin this. I'm going to pin that. So when she comes in, I'll let her read it.
These bulbs. There was no intention to plant these in the ground or enjoy them. It was all a game of how fast could you buy one and then sell it to somebody else for more than you paid. But almost overnight, buyers stopped showing up to the auction, causing some fear in the market, which led to a complete collapse of the tulip prices. Taking with it...
Yeah, so that was the original bubble bust. Back like in Amsterdam in like the 1600s, everyone was speculating on the price of a tulip. And what was special about the tulips is they weren't just typical tulips that you could like grow and like the genetics and stuff like that year after year. But there was a special virus going around that would infect the tulips, and nobody understood how it happened or anything like that. So every once in a while, a tulip would get infected with this virus that would create a very intricate pattern on the tulip petals, which is actually super interesting to see. And so when that happened, these tulips would sell for huge amounts of money on the open market. Huge amounts of money. So people, the Dutch started investing in futures. This is where the entire futures market came from, right? They would buy stock in these tulip crops. And when they grew up, and were sold off on the market, they would get a share of that money, right? And so sometimes they had this virus and would share for huge amounts of cash. And yeah, so that's the beginnings of the futures market, but it created a bubble, and it nearly collapsed the economy, which is retarded for a fucking flower.
Most people's entire life savings. But tulips aren't really the story here, because we need to look at something else. This is a Pokemon index, and it tracks the overall value of the Pokemon card market. And truthfully,
the bulb was what they would be selling, the tulip bulb, because they would expect the next batch to have that same intricate pattern, which A lot of times it wouldn't.
It looks a lot like the tulip chart did before its collapse. We're even seeing a large group of people who are investing their money into the Pokemon card market because of how fast it's gone up in.
How the fuck they got time for tulips investing when they lived to like 35 because cholera and shit? Well, they only, like, that was the average, right? And that's because most people died when they're kids. So it threw off the average. But like when you made it to your 20s or something like that, you'd live a normal human lifetime, 70, 80 years, something like that. That's just an average. It's not like you got to 35 years old and then you died immediately. It was the average. I mean, Ben Franklin got pretty fucking old, right? I think he did, yeah.
In recent years. But what about this? Why would people pile into something knowing what's happened in the past and knowing how volatile these markets can be?
10-4 thief. I'll make sure the boss man gets the raid on time. 10-4. I don't want to get in trouble. Again.
Markets and prices are kind of like this balloon. It has an ideal size that it wants to be, but if it's any smaller, it's undervalued. And if it's any bigger, it's overvalued. As the balloon gets bigger and bigger, it starts to become a bubble because the perceived value is exceeding the fundamental
Knobsdog, I told you before, they're not your kids.
Value. The only reason the price continues to rise is because buyers think that they can sell it to someone later for more than they paid for it. This is what's called a bubble. And it's exactly what we saw during Tulip Mania in the 1600s. However, calling something a bubble while you're in the bubble is almost impossible. And only a few people have ever gotten that right. But is it what we're seeing right now with Pokemon and collectibles?
All eyes on you, Owen. Chat wants you to win.
Pikachu.
It's
Energy.
crazy.
Energy. Oh!
He did it! German first edition Charizard.
What's the guy? The Logan Paul guy? Didn't he do this? Wasn't he investing in that guy's a scumbag. That Logan Paul guy's a fucking scumbag.
All started in October of 2020. People were sitting in their homes with nothing to do, and this guy decided to live stream himself opening a first edition Pokemon box.
I don't like it's Logan Paul. That guy's a scumbag, dude. He's absolute trash.
Then I came across
he's as bad as the those weirdo Tate guys. Those guys are trash too.
what's called booster boxes. I ended up buying a first edition base set booster box for a world record setting $200,000.
Now, if you're like me and have no idea about any of this stuff, I'll run you through the basics. Pokemon launched in Japan in 1996, but didn't make it to the US until early 1999. The first print in English was called the base set, and the base set had 36 unopened packs, with each pack containing 11 cards, which were 1 basic energy, 6 common cards, 3 uncommon cards, and 1 rare card. The rare card you really want is a holographic Charizard. This was a big deal, and it arguably ignited the entire market we're talking about today. That Charizard was worth about $65,000 to $80,000 the day Logan pulled it. And later that week, a Charizard card of the same caliber sold at auction for $220,000, which is a 240% increase.
To who? Who would? Logan Paul.
In just 1 week. But pulling these cards isn't even where the real money is made, because there's a deeper plan to all of this, and one that makes Pokemon a much more sustainable business for a few people. But first, we need to map out how
a Pokemon card on a chain. I don't get it, dude. You know what it is? It's because society is collapsing, and so everyone wants to devolve to like some manner of gambling. Everyone wants to devolve into some sort of gambling, whether it be crypto or poly market bets or Kalshi bullshit or fucking the ponies if you're old school like that. Or goddamn Pokemon cards. It's just like everyone's like, I'm not going to make it if I get a 9-to-5 working stiff job. So I got to roll the dice and see if I pull a shiny Charizard. That way one of these boomers will pull me out of the mud. Because, I'm supposed to pull myself up by my bootstraps, but they stole the bootstraps. They stole all the bootstraps. Stole all of them. So now people have to pull Charizard cards to have any reasonable sort of living. Society's collapsing. That's what I'm mainly angry about. Yeah.
Now that $220,000 card
Powerball
is now worth almost.
What's that one guy who fucking plays this the pull tickets? Buck. Let's check in all Buck. I'm gonna check in all. He got his ass beat. I think a bunch of Puerto Ricans jumped him or black guys. I don't know. But he got his ass beat good. He got his ass beat solid, like good.
All he comes to do is gamble. But what are you doing? That was a good catch.
What up?
What up?
Is this not recent? What, give me a recent one. Give me a recent.
Humans.
Give me a recent one. This one's got. Give me a recent one. This is 6 months ago. I want a recent one. Shorts. No, Buck, the guy with the fucking teeth, man. Not Buck Knives, stupid. Teeth, not Sulk Stream either. I don't like that show. Can't even work it. I can't even fucking do this.
$1 million.
You guys missed out.
So if we return back to our timeline here, we now know that Logan's first stream is what launched it all. With 15 million views in the first couple weeks, Pokemon went from being some random binders of cards in somebody's closet to the hottest investment on the block. Logan kept doing these streams and spent over $2 million on Pokemon cards from October 2020 to February 2020.
Go away, sidebar. Is there a way I can destroy this forever? So it's not fucking right there.
2021. Other streamers and YouTubers joined in, and Pokemon unboxings became content in itself. Couple this with bored people at home with fresh COVID.
Like boomers spending half their Social Security on lotto and scratchers. Yeah, I mean, if that happens, which I'm sure it does, I'm sure that shit happens. Why is this just staying there now? I hate this. I hate Brave. Ever since they did this, where it's like, we're going to have the other side. I hate this. I hate Brave. I hate Brave now. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
COVID stimulus money, and you get a market that's ready to spend a lot of money very quickly, all in hopes of a quick profit. Does this remind you of anything? But this part of the chart is interesting. In 2022, the market started to collapse, partially because the COVID stimulus money dried up and interest rates were rising everywhere, but also because the Pokemon company was printing as many cards as they possibly could to keep up with demand, which drove the prices of modern cards down by 40 to 60%. But then something changed. Right around here, Pokemon...
Knobsdog says, I can't wait for the coming housing collapse because I'm going to snap up some land for cheap. Sure, buddy. I'm sure you're going to make some great financial decisions.
Went institutional. Heritage Auctions and Golden Auctions.
Been working out for you so far, right?
Launched their own Pokemon departments, and investment funds that specialized in collectibles began adding Pokemon cards to their portfolios. Pair that with the reports that Pokemon outpaced the...
This is on DuckDuckGo, so whatever.
Stock market by over 3,000%. And the race was on again to drive the market even higher. But this time, it was a more mature market with more mature players that
I use DuckDuckGo on my phone, that's why.
Created massive businesses off the back of it. One of those businesses is Whatnot.
You're not selling on Whatnot and you're a reseller. You are completely missing out. Let me explain.
Whatnot was founded in 2019 as a high-end Craigslist-style platform, but they quickly realized that the real money was going to be made in live stream shopping. And in January of 2025, after raising an additional $265 million, they set their eyes on the Pokemon market. At this point, they were already a major player in the collectible space, but this funding gave them even more...
Knobsdog, you have to borrow money to buy your house. It's not going well.
Marketing capital to throw at the Pokemon influencers and buyers. This is right around when we started seeing YouTubers and other live streamers post sponsored content for Whatnot. And it drove most of the market to Whatnot to buy and sell Pokemon cards. The more creators talking about it, the more people wanted to be involved, and viewers were now watching creators pull cards worth thousands of dollars on live streams, which only pushed the values even higher. And it also made the cards impossible to find or buy because they were completely sold out everywhere. Mostly thanks to one group of individuals.
Super Scalper, what's up?
Oh, Super Scalper, what's up? Thought says don't invest in flock cameras. They're evil. Look, you're not getting real flock cameras. I understand. I am with you 100% about the flock cameras. And you should go cut them all down. But they're just going to keep putting them up. They're going to use your tax money to put them back up. They don't give a shit. It's not their money they're spending. It's your money they're spending. And they're putting up flock cameras to watch you and invade your privacy. They don't care if you cut them down. They will spend all of the money. Look, it's not like someone's going to stop them. How?
Okay, how? So let's go see if we can find any cards.
If you have a brilliant idea, then yeah, let me know. We can all hop on board. But how? How are we going to pull that off? They're going to just continue to spend more of our money. And if they spend all of it, they'll just tax us more. It'll be like, we just have to, keep putting up these flock cameras because you guys keep cutting them down. So we're going to need to tax you guys more. And then what? The cameras are a symptom of the issue. You gotta get at the root.
The store.
This also gives me the perfect opportunity to thank today's sponsor, Chime. Chime is
retailers raising the prices to match the resale prices. But this group of Pokemon fans had to ruin it for everybody else. Meet the scalpers.
Excuse me.
Oh my God. I remember when eggs were super expensive, I saw some Chinese lady in the store with a cart full of eggs. Probably to scalp them. Almost certainly to scalp them, yes.
Know them, love them, or hate them. Scalpers have a way of ruining just about anything that people really love. But in the Pokemon world, they've reached new heights. You can't even find these things in the store, and the launch days are pure chaos. Not to mention, the resale prices have continued to climb, and it's gotten so bad that the topic of scalpers is even coming up in Nintendo shareholder meetings. Scalpers will join.
Who cares? If you're a shareholder of a Nintendo, you're not going there. What do we do about these scalpers? Nothing. We're making millions. We do nothing. Oh yeah, because we're here to make money and not give a shit about anything else. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what they want. They're there to make money, right? If like 5 people buy all the inventory, then good. There's enough demand. And then we can act like De Beers, where we actually destroy Pokemon cards, or just not make them in the first place, to actually artificially shrink the supply, driving them up in value. Nintendo doesn't give a shit about scalping. Why would they?
In a Discord server and pay anywhere from $10 to $200 per month to get price and drop alerts of new cards in their area. Then they go and buy as many cards as possible before anyone else can get their hands on them, only to immediately turn around and resell them at a higher price, which drives the overall market value of Pokemon cards even higher and has encouraged retailers to cash in on the markups before scalpers do. GameStop in particular is at the center of this problem, listing some of their Pokemon products 200% over MSRP. And with
look, okay, pretend I'm a Nintendo executive. We're really sorry, but we have to sell these Pokemon cards for 200% more than we were gonna. I'm really sorry. Yay! Wow.
With the upcoming 30th anniversary collections, they're already marking.
I'm sure that was a tough call. That was a tough decision. How are we going to get around all these scalpers? Oh, we're going to have to charge more money. I'm sorry. It sucks for all of us. It's really sad. Yeah. The popping champagne and shit. Yeah. They're happy about it. Yes.
Them up by 300 to 400% and collecting deposits on the items before they've even launched. That's also why I was forced to pay $85 for my $25 pack from Dick's Sporting Goods. I can't really blame these companies for
sporting goods. I'm sorry. Is Pokemon a sport? Okay, fine. It's a sport. Everything's a sport. women's basketball is a sport. Let's just fucking say anything is a sport. Yeah.
Marking up the prices because I would at least hope it reduces the sheer chaos from the scalpers, but I couldn't imagine being a kid or having a kid that just genuinely likes the game and wants the cards. Yet every store they walk into is sold out because of the scalpers. So at least with the markups,
Thought says these numbers are falsely skewed. Just because a handful of cards are high value does not make Pokemon cards a good ROI the way real estate is a good ROA. Or okay. Okay. I mean, look, if you sell something for more than you buy it for, it inherently is a good return on investment. Yeah, it's stupid. It's speculation. But if you get more money for something you buy later on than it is, and that is the definition of a good ROI. Yeah.
parents have a shot of getting some cards, even though they're going to have to overpay. But at this point, we've talked—
Is it a good investment? No, of course not. It's stupid. It's speculation. It's gambling. But that's what people like doing. They're not investing, they're gambling. This is gambling. This is not an investment. This is pure gambling. That's what this is. And I would argue crypto all day long, because crypto is also gambling. And I would, the entire goddamn stock market, really, if you want to get down to it, I know there's like dividends that you receive at the end of the year, but like, are those really tied to stock prices? Sometimes yes, but a lot of times no. So, yeah, it's gambling. Everybody's gambling nowadays. There's there's only a few ways to make money in this economy. Whoring, gambling. 2 ways. Try to think of a third one. Somebody want to help me out? What's another way? What's another big way? Whoring, gambling. Help me out. I think that's it. I really do think that's it. I think that's it.
Talked a lot about the box, but what about the cards inside of the box? Let's see what cards we got. $85 worth of cards. I don't know if this is...
Dude, soon you're going to get like, proms in the ghetto where they're spreading out Pokemon cards on their fucking arms and shit like that. Look at all the Pokemon cards I have, man. G. That's fake money, by the way. People are like, how do they get that? All that? Do they take all that money out at once? No, it's fake. It's obviously fake money. That's fake money. Because, if you were going to take that money out of the bank would be, no. They would say, no. If you went to the bank and said, hey, can I have $150,000? I want to flex for my prom. They would be like, nope. Fuck off. Even if it's in your bank account. It's your money in your bank account. If you walk up to them and say, can I have $150,000 of my money that I own legally, fair and square, taxes paid? They'd be like, no. No, you can't have that. And they would call the FBI because something's going on.
Any good? 70 cents. Okay, so
obviously it's fake money.
All just useless. All right. Oh, $13.
The banks don't have that kind of cash on hand for a number of very good reasons. It's a liability. You get robbed, you lose tons of money. 2, money is debt anyway, and therefore does not even really exist. 3, no. The bank doesn't really do anything. It's like one computer there. I don't know why they have multiple employees at the bank, because I'm like, what are you people doing? What does everybody here do? Oh, you call the people at the main place? Or you work on the app and shit. I go into the bank and I'm like, okay, why are people working here? What are you doing here? They're just standing there doing nothing. Every once in a while, a teller will do nothing. What do you do here? What happens at the bank? Nothing happens at a bank. You have an ATM outside. I mean, you might, like, one guy would probably be fine in the bank, and then you come in, he's the guy that says no. You walk in and be like, hey, can I borrow this amount of money? No. No. Can I withdraw my own money? No. Oh, okay. Okay.
Have one. So far, we're losing quite a bit of money.
What's the topic tonight, Base? I don't, the top, what? I don't know. I don't know.
That sounds kind of cool.
What is the topic any night?
4 cents. All right. Nothing worthwhile in there. Last one.
Anything over 9,000. Yeah. If it hits $10,000, there's an automatic notification that goes to the IRS and the FBI. Maybe just the IRS. Definitely the IRS. I don't know about the FBI, but probably there is a, oh, actually, it would be the Secret Service that handles it. I think it depends.
Oh.
Because the Secret Service handles like fraud, like money, print, that kind of shit. They handle the money thing.
Ooh, I think this is actually worth something. Watch me be completely wrong. Let's see. 45 cents. Never mind. Okay, cool. So after all of that,
By the way, calling something the Secret Service is probably not the best optics. You know? Like, what do you actually do? Well, they don't just protect politicians. They also do other stuff like protect the money. Somebody who protects the money shouldn't be called the Secret Service. You know,
got one card worth some money on its own right now. This
is like, why? Oh, because you're not allowed to know where money comes from or like who owns it actually. Oh.
This is selling for about $13 on eBay, but it's currently ungraded, which means it's not as valuable as it could be. But this card is graded. As you can see here, this is a grade 9 in mint condition. The grading scale runs from 1 all the way up to 10, with 10 being the highest grade that you can get. After opening our pack here, I could send these cards in to be graded, and if it got a
50% of the population will likely be welfare class in the next decade. Yeah. I mean, if it's not already now, I would say it's now. 50%? Like, yeah. Yeah, easily. Most people are fucking poor, dude. It's gross. Ask Knob. He has to come on the, he spends all day online, saying how he has like a loving family and like how he owns a house and shit like that. Like, it's sad.
Perfect 10, this card would then be worth about $100.
No pictures, no proof of anything.
$120. There are a few companies that do this, but the most popular ones are PSA, CGC, and BGS. PSA's parent company is also currently working on acquiring BGS, which would give them control over roughly 79% of the trading card market. So there's a story there, but that's for a different day. If we return to our card here, we could send it into PSA, and it would be graded on how centered the image is, the condition of the corners and edges, and whether the surface has any imperfections or defects. Our little enriching energy here.
There's the one Secret Service gal who saved Trump's life, sorta. You mean the fat one who did nothing? Yeah, she is a hero. She's a real hero. And the fat one who just kind of stood there as he kept getting shot at, and she's just like, doing nothing. Gets paid the same. Gets paid the same as like the 6'5", 300-pound bodyguards. Just sits there. She's got fucking snacks in her pocket. She's got like trail mix in her pocket. Gets paid the exact same. And she's probably going to make management. They're like, she's useless out there. Give her a pay raise.
Has a PSA 9, which means it's near perfect, but there's a slight problem somewhere on it to not make it a 10. Full transparency, although this looks nice because it's in a case or slab.
Okay, yeah, I'm fired. 10-4. I'll make sure. 10-4. And it's 10 p.m. here. It's Eastern time. So, yeah.
As they call it, I only pay.
I'll be sure I don't get fired from the stream.
Paid about $12 for this because I'm not about to start a hobby.
I don't want my stream badge taken. I want your stream gun and your stream badge. I wasn't issued those things.
Of collecting Pokemon cards. That said, there is another problem here. If I wanted to get this card graded, it doesn't just happen for free. The cheapest option at PSA is $80 per card, and it'll take 40 to 50 days to happen, which means whoever graded this card probably lost some money on it. But their loss is my reward, and now I have my very own PSA 9 enriching energy. Something that seems to have been forgotten during all of this is that this is a kid's game. It was never meant to be an asset.
Everything's a kid's game. Like Disneyland is a park for kids. But you know, when I take my goddamn kids to fucking Disneyland, you know what I see? Big fat scooter driving losers. That's who big fat scooter driving millennial bitches with the ears and shit, and they're all happy and jolly because they're fucking barren wombs. God damn you people. God damn you people. Walk. You're at Disneyland. This is a perfect excuse to get your steps in. The perfect excuse. You spent hours in the car to get here. Why don't you walk? Your little car, your large car is a garage for your little car. That's what it is. It just keeps the smaller. Does she live in a motorhome that she parks that one inside of? Never walks. Never walks.
Class, these cards were originally collected because someone thought it looked cooler than the other, or because it beat another card when playing it as a game. But now it's no longer about collecting, and it's not even really about investing anymore either. Remember Whatnot and how they used part of their funding to take over the Pokemon resale world? Well, they didn't do that through live selling. They did it by building a gambling app disguised as a
I hate saying this, but Knob is right. If I could be fired from this, I would have been fired a long time ago.
Shopping. Whatnot uses.
Trust me, I have a terrible work ethic. I don't follow the rules. I'm a loose cannon, I tell you.
An auction-based system.
I'm a loose
but the
cannon.
Weird part is when you're watching these Pokemon streamers, you're not actually buying the
I don't know why.
You're buying.
There's always like so many adults without kids that go to Disney. I'm like, hey, Royce and Marie.
The pack break. And this whole process is what's called auction fever.
It's weird seeing you guys here.
Basically, where all rational thought for the buyer goes out the door and they
Well, this is Epcot. This isn't Disney, but you're waiting in line for a ride. Yeah, well, it's Epcot.
start bidding based on their emotional state. As the quick auction draws to a close, all you have to do is swipe this little bar at the bottom and place your bid, which gets people to consistently overspend according to this study. But going back to what I was just saying, on most of these Pokemon streams, you're not even buying the cards you're seeing. Instead, buyers bid for pack breaks, and whoever wins that auction then gets credits to the...
I don't know. So this is like storage locker. This is like storage locker betting. Another form, when you go and buy, like my brother does that. He fucking, I mean, he saw the show and he was like, I'm going to go do that. And he fucking, obviously it was bunk. And he's all like, oh, I don't want to do this because then I just have to clean out lockers. I thought there'd be treasures in it. No, you fucking moron. No. The TV's not real, man.
Seller store based on what cards are pulled in the pack.
Yes, I'm talking about my older brother.
So at its simplest level, you're bidding in an auction to spin a slot machine. And even outside of Whatnot, Pokemon as a whole is just becoming one giant gambling project. You're gambling on what...
My Gen X brother. I'm talking about like, bro, come on. That's fake. There's not really that stuff in there. People don't leave shit like that in there.
Cards are in the pack, you're gambling on the condition of the cards, and you're gambling that the prices of the cards...
So you're saying I should buy lottery tickets? Yeah.
Cards will continue to go up. And now, retailers like GameStop are becoming the house, and
no, I'm a middle child.
They're building the odds in their favor.
I got a younger sister.
As they continue to mark up the prices. And couple that with the young men everywhere who have obsessive personalities and gambling addictions, and you have a recipe for disaster. But like I mentioned earlier, bidding on and collecting these cards is only half of the problem. The real players in the game have figured out...
Knob, of course not. Of course he didn't get anything cool. Of course not. No.
even more ways to make money. And it all starts.
He got like crumpled newspaper and fucking, I think one was filled with rock.
With this.
Like rocks.
Moron spends $200,000 on a box.
Not valuable rocks, just rocks.
Pokemon cards. I was able to make my money back. Here's the difference. Although this is a gamble,
why do you want to know why? Why, Dan? Yes, but why?
Product appreciates.
It's pretty much gambling for everybody except for the guy opening the box. Because as you heard him say, he sold all of these packs.
Well, how the tables have turned, because my friends bought some of the packs that I sold today.
Remember, the box only cost him $200,000, but he sold each pack within the box
for $11,100.
Gary says, I'm pretty sure that out of 350 million people living in the United States, slightly less than 150 million file income taxes, 35% of those are either neutral and negative taxpayers. So let's say that, whites and Asians probably pay the most in taxes. That makes up probably 50% of the country. So checks out. Yeah.
$11.
And if we do some simple math here, we'll see that Logan walked away with a $200,000 in profit, with zero risk to him on what happens when he actually opens the packs. A few months later, he did the same thing, this time paying $350,000 for the box and auctioning off the cards inside of it, which netted him a profit this time of over $1 million. The buyers of these packs were able to come up during this live stream before he opened their pack and give their marketing spiel.
I don't know who that is, Thief.
Or just plug their channel.
I don't know who other streamers are. I don't know about other streamers. I don't listen to other streamers. I do this. I didn't listen to streamers before. I don't listen to streamers now. I don't know who streamers are. I don't know who famous people are.
Channel or something. So I guess you could call it marketing spend. And in no way am I saying that these people that bought these packs got scammed or something. They all knew the risk going into it, and they knew that they could walk away with nothing, which is pretty similar to someone playing roulette in Vegas. But the more important thing here is the outside effects of everything happening. During this event, you have hundreds of thousands of people watching people basically play the lottery, and some of them walking away with very valuable cards.
This is gambling. That's what I said. I said this like an hour ago. This is gambling.
They also sold a Pokemon card for over $16 million during this whole event.
To who? Who buys a $16 million? Where is this guy so I can beat his ass? Where is this motherfucker who bought a $16 million Pokemon card so I can beat his fucking ass? I bet he's not gonna, you're not going to give me his name. No, his name not showing up. Oh, this so-and-so bought a $16 million Pokemon card. Well, where is he? Because I'm going to fucking kick his ass. Have him meet me in a parking lot and I will beat him to a pulp. What a fucking idiot. What a retard. Look, I don't care how you spend your money. I really don't. But to buy a Pokemon card for fucking $16 million is retarded. Buy a yacht, you fucking loser. Get a goddamn helicopter. What is wrong with you? Do you have that in like some sort of shadow box, like on a satin pillow, surrounded, and then you show your fucking Russian whores, hey, this is my shiny Charizard and stuff like that, and they're like, whatever, just pay me, fuck me, or poop on my face, or whatever you're gonna do, because I want to go. And then he's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do after I shine my Pokemon case. Wow, you're a fucking serial killer. You're an evil human being. You're a serial killer. I'm not saying donate it to charity either, because I think charity is fucking bullshit. Don't do that. Don't buy a Pokemon card. Would you guys describe me as hateful? Because I hate that motherfucker. I hate that guy. I hate him.
which only added fuel to the fire for everybody sitting back at home, imagining themselves digging up their Pokemon cards from 2008 and selling one for hundreds of thousands of dollars. But still, they weren't able to really get involved with the action because they had to have a lot of money to afford one of these packs, until now.
Rip It just launched, but I got high hopes for this company, literally putting my entire life force into it. You want to pick yourself up a Charizard? Go rip packs. You could do it right now.
Welcome to Rip It. These are digital packs that you pay a set price for and get one card out of. As you can see, the prices range anywhere from $25 to $1,000. These are similar to the—
Dan Snot says charity is bullshit, and so is her cousin Kay. I mean, if you name your daughter Charity, like, come on, she gonna be a slut. She gonna be a slut. Hey, yeah, I donated to charity last night. If you know what I mean. Put my cock in her pussy. Kind of. The last part wasn't as clever. But
pack breaks he does on live streams, but they're cheaper and easier to access, making them a great option for someone who can't afford the big game. But the problem is, this is basically just a lottery system. Sure, you might win, but the odds are stacked for you to win a lot less than you would spend. And to prove it, let's rip a pack. All right, so as you can see,
I do this for me. I didn't make a fucking dime tonight. I'm sitting here having a good time. I do this for me. I wish you guys would donate sometime.
Here we are inside of Rip It currently, and the packs start at $25 and go all the way up to $1,000 for the master pack. I have no desire to spend $1,000 on this, and frankly, I have no desire to spend even $25 on this, but I guess for the video, maybe we do the America 250 pack.
Hey, look at that. Hold on, let me dust off the bell. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Ben for a $5 says, here's 5 for anger management, hater. I'm not going to spend it on that.
Potentially.
You know I'm not spending it on that. What is anger management? Like, here, I will give you $5 if I can hit you. They'll be like, no, you look strong. And I'll be like, yeah.
I feel like this is gambling, and I really don't like gambling.
It's gonna cost more than $5, you know?
But shall we waste some money? I think we shall. Let's do it.
No, don't get me fired, thief. Don't tell Mersh.
And they charge you a fee?
Don't get me fired.
What? So not only
there's no possible way he'd ever find out this very public video other than that.
Not only do I have to pay $250 for the pack, but now I have to pay an $11.88 fee for what? All right, here we go.
I can just imagine Mersh working in HR for ROTC. He's the guy working in HR for ROTC. Virgie's there. He gets Mersh coffee.
Did we lose money?
He gets Mersh coffee.
Ta-da!
You probably shouldn't say that to Virgie. I think he might get angry.
What is it? Hey, okay. We
didn't
didn't
say Virgin gets Mersh coffee in HR.
Well, we lost money. Yeah, no, we did lose money. We got one that is worth $255. We can sell.
I like Virgie. He's my friend. But I think that one will make him back.
Back to them right now for $230, which means that they will have made about $30 to $40 off of us between the fees and selling it. So I hope I can get my money out of this platform now. I hope I don't just like now have $230 in credits. So let's sell it now. I don't want it. So my funds are in my wallet. Can I get my funds out of my wallet? Are you kidding me? They're gonna charge me another fee to take my money out after I've already paid a fee to rip the card? This is gonna take 2 weeks for me to get my money back, and they're charging me $12 to just do that. And I already paid $12 to buy the card.
What are you gonna do? Not get your money? No, you're gonna pay the $12. Or they're hanging on to your money.
No wonder Logan Paul is so rich.
Yeah, Logan Paul's a scumbag. That dude is a scumbag. He's a bad person. He is a bad human being. How did he get so rich? Are his parents super rich? It's gotta be something like that.
I guess we will take our money back. And apparently you have to contact support to actually withdraw your money. Awesome. Awesome.
I know. Imagine being surprised that this is a scam. Yeah, it seems very much like a scam. I don't think people care. even if like on the surface and they're like thinking logical part of their brain, which I hope most people have, they know it's a scam. But I think like the desperation that a lot of people feel in the current economic situation that they're in overrides that logic, right? I know it's a scam. It has to be. But if I win, I could escape this terrible, terrible poverty. You won't. You're just going to increase your poverty. It's pretty funny, actually.
Great. Oh, and when you click contact support, it just takes you to their FAQ page. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna figure this out later, and I now have $230 stuck on Ripit.
It's now been a little over a week. I have emailed support about 3 times and gotten no response, and my money is still stuck. So definitely beware of
Yeah, they want to keep your money.
this website if you're thinking about putting money into it.
They want to keep your money.
On with the video. To be clear, I'm not saying or alleging that there is anything illegal about this, but just because it's legal doesn't—
Thief, is that what it is? Is it a Disney MK Ultra J thing? Is that what's going on? Is it? Was he on Disney? Was he like part of the Britney Spears and like them and Ariana Grande and that whole gang? That's sad. That's sad. He's probably really sad on the inside, but he's still a fucking bad person, so he kind of deserves it.
Doesn't mean it's a good thing. These digital packs make it way—
Fuck him regardless, dude. I don't care if a producer like just absolutely emptied his balls into your asshole. You deserved what, for the things you do now, you deserved it back then when you were a kid.
Too easy for someone who has a gambling problem to just throw money away. And when you pair it with live streaming online, social media buzz around Pokemon, and the economy being worse for wear, you start to see a familiar setup. Remember, during Tulip Mania, everyone was dumping their money into tulips because they thought the price could never go down. After all,
the product appreciates
until it doesn't. Collectibles like—
The product appreciates. No. You're saying that people are always going to want Pokemon cards for the rest of time, forever. Really? You're saying that? People said that about Beanie Babies. Well, old, like, middle-aged fat women did.
Pokemon and other trading
I just shake my head. A lot of times when I do that show, I'm just shaking my head because I'm like, God damn, I can't believe people.
Cards are a lot of fun, and I'm not judging anyone who enjoys the process. But if you're relying on it exclusively as an investment vehicle and hoping the price just keeps going up, there's a pretty high likelihood—
It's obviously a gamble. It's not an investment vehicle. Now I have to get off before my boss Mersh fires me. You know, because that's what, you know, I'm already on thin ice over there at Mersh Works, LLC. Limited liability company. So thanks for coming, guys. I hope you guys have a good night and be cool, be chill. You know, I'll figure this out. I'll get the show better at some point. Not today, probably not tomorrow, but I will be back tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys then at the same Sulk time and same Sulk place. I hope you guys stay cool with me and with each other. I know that's difficult. Anyways, till tomorrow, take care of yourselves because I care about you too. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.
Incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster 2, government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, roaring like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.